Virtual reality chat is a free platform where people across their interests can converse and do activities with each other, with the option of using a virtual reality headset for extra immersion or not. Greetings, I am ZP. I'll be investigating VRC to see what people think of it and what kind of legacy it has left. It started with a more humble and simplistic beginning of a place to chat with others across the globe or in the same state, but also became a center of memes, like Ugandan Knuckles, just ignore them, which attracted curious people to check it out, which in turn more YouTubers, streamers joined, which attracted more attention. Since its golden age of an influx of users, we also created a new business of avatar and model creators, which people pay for a commission for to be used in VR chat. It also spurred people to create new worlds for people to explore and interact with. Also new game modes for people to have fun with, by themselves and with each other. But the influx also created a darker side. Hacker gangs whose purpose is to ruin other people's day by crashing their games and stealing information and avatars. Also, the creation of sex cults, whose purpose is self-explanatory. VR chat has the power of creating friendships, increasing social anxiety, and ruining people's lives.
I started playing VR chat a few weeks before the Ugandan Knuckles came around, but then I really got into it when it was a thing. So I went back to the game and tried to understand it more. So that's like about 3 years I've been playing VR chat. I think like the Knuckles was a bit of a downside because it brought some normies. But that was also like the prime time because the community was a lot more friendly and people had a lot of funny avatars. You know, everyone was social, wanted to hang out and do whatever. But now it's just different.
I started playing VR chat about 3 years ago when the Knuckles meme was in its prime time and where I still found them rather funny. I also pretty much joined when the Near Automata Flowers world got released. And it's still, in my opinion, one of the best worlds to go to if it's your first time experiencing like VR. It's quite a breathtaking view if you go there for the first time. In my opinion, things have gotten like kind of worse over the years because like I'd say this game is only worth playing if you have like a group of friends already in the game, then it's worth trying out. And I'm saying that because of my experience and many others opinions I've heard from. I've met their friends since the beginning of the game, so I played when the playbase was like in the range of maybe 1,000 or 2,000 players, and it felt like an actual community. Everyone was exploring worlds and meeting new people, and I feel like people were more talkative back then. And since the game has blown up due to all the attention from YouTubers and streamers and whatnot, there also comes a influx of bad apples into the game, and we can all remember before safety settings was a feature that you probably got crashed a couple times if you went to public lobbies when VR got bigger and bigger. And nowadays it's just a lot of e-boys and e-girls, we call them, like staring at mirrors, laying in full body. I'm not saying everyone does this, but I've seen some people who in my eyes deserve full body tracking. And I'm talking about the kind of like people that don't like lay in front of the mirror and usually a drinking world, avoid club and don't speak to anyone. There's also a lot more toxic people and people with like hacked clients in the game that could track your IP. Not so much now though, since the game has been updated. So in summary, I'd say from my experience, it's a lot harder to meet new and nice people than you used to, but you still can from time to time, it's just more rare.
VR chat for roughly about 3 years now. Started at least in the winter, towards the end of winter of 2017 and the beginning of 2018 of Udon, or at least the alpha implementation of it. I feel like that I could give VR chat a new potential, or a new set of potential that it desperately needs right now, honestly. As of now, VR chat has been kind of, I'd say it's been doing well so far in terms of at least trying to optimize the game, try to make it more user-friendly, for both safety, privacy, or just, protecting from general toxicity that they may encounter.
For probably about 1.5 years. It's a crap game.
I started playing when Uganda Knuckles got popular because I wanted to be one. Probably about, I think, June of 2018, it was. I think it's a pretty horrible game, but I keep playing it anyways for some reason. And I don't know why.
A little over 2 years, that's all. Well, it's definitely had some improvements, but it's also broken a lot of things that it has tried to fix or wasn't broken in the first place. Yeah. And the whole avatar thing, now everything's big and unoptimized.
I'd say since about, it was definitely 2018, earlier on in the year. I'd have to say probably February of 2018-ish. Oh, over the time. Well, considering that I've traveled the country, meeting up with different friends that I met on VR chat, I'm currently living with people that, one of them makes a living off of VR chat. It's awesome.
Almost 2 years now. VR chat is not a game. Everybody thinks it's a game. It's a social app. It's like it's a collection of people who find it hard to talk in real life, and a collection of jokesters, and everybody kind of convenes here together. At first, I joined VR chat specifically because I saw like this one guy on YouTube and I thought he was hilarious, but I wanted to be able to watch it in person. But around the time that I did join, I was suffering severely from depression, and I had been forced out of my home. So I had no friends nearby, I had no family nearby, I was alone, I was isolated, and I was scared. And honestly, this game has been better for my mental health than any of the therapists I've gone to.
To be honest, they've held a couple of streams for the development of VR chat, and I think the game has gone a pretty good direction now. I'm not so sure myself because I don't really follow it mostly. Yeah, the safety settings is probably the most underrated thing they added, but it helps the game a lot by being able to turn off certain things from avatars from people you don't know, so you don't have the chance anymore of like a toxic person crashing you or playing alien music in your ear or even covering your screen with some weird imagery. And recently they added Udon, which was a very cool update. I look forward to like what people will release in the future with this available now, because it sort of feels like it starts to feel like Gmod a bit, to where there's more freedom and cool stuff to do. Like for example, one word that got recently released with Udon, you could fly and have to move your arms like a bird to actually do so. And then another one you had to physically move arms to row a boat, and I feel like it's in a really early state to judge it, but I think it's cool from what I've seen so far.
Developers are shit, they have no clue what they're doing.
They've introduced a lot, like the influx of new users is quite astonishing. they've definitely built this game up to be something pretty freaking significant. A lot of people know about it. It's getting more and more popular. It hasn't really slowed down. So, like, it was for a little bit there, but then it shot right back up with the index, specifically, or not the index. What was the headset that stinks? Quest.
Oh, Quest, yeah.
Indeed. So when it came out, people were all over it like a fat kid on a cupcake. It's pretty great.
Well, at the start, cheating was really easy. I know I used to steal stuff, but they actually decided to develop things to prevent that. And then they also added like safety settings so you can't get crashed as much by toxic people, and just like everyone's avatar showing all their features with like the shaders and particles they may have. So I think the development's been pretty good since.
Well, I think since it's a free game, it's pretty impressive what they get done. Especially since there's no like, I don't really know how they get money, to be honest, since there's no like microtransactions or anything. But I think what all they get done without making money is pretty impressive. And a small team.
Well, they had some good update a while back, but now more recently I think they're just trying to fix what they broke with all the other updates.
Honestly, I've been through a couple really shit updates, so I think that maybe they're trying their hardest, but I'm not sure if they're completely listening to the community, or if maybe they have a dream for this game that they haven't completely shown to us. Just because a lot of us, we have high hopes for this game, because it's been a lot for us, for our livelihoods, and our social life, but I'm not sure if they know completely what they're doing. I support them. I'm not gonna say I hate it, but hopefully they get better at what they're doing.
Still, yes, I would recommend it, because it's still a fun game. You can meet a lot of friends, and cool people, some really nice groups. I mean, if you could look past all the buggy, laggy bullshit that goes on all the time, like what's happening there.
Yes.
It's a good game. I enjoy it.
Well, with the current state of the community, it really is hard to suggest VRChat as a platform to go forward into when they get VR. As you may already have heard, a VRChat should be a platform that's more of a thing where you can go into when you have free time, while VR, you should probably focus on like the more what would be the word? The more well-developed games like Beat Saber, I mean Half-Life Alyx, just anything.
It would depend on what kind of people. I would like to recommend it, but at the same time, there are some elements here that are highly toxic to specific kinds of people. And also recommend this to people who are toxic in themselves. I don't want to introduce the wrong kind of people back into this community.
Yes, especially right now during coronavirus and all that. Because especially like extrovert people who love interaction, I would absolutely like try and get them to play this game. Be like, I know you like people. I don't, but here you go, play this game, you know. Get some sort of interaction that you want.
If you're looking to meet new people or like get rid of your anxiety, it could be a good start. Maybe you already have some friends to start it with, so that might be a good idea. Or if you just find it interesting by looking through videos and whatnot, then you want to experience it yourself. But I mainly say do not buy a VR headset just mainly for VR chat. Buy it for like other games, like have like Alex and Beat Saber and that kind.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. If you like are considering on getting a VR just not for VR chat, but like mainly like other like shooting VR games out there and whatnot, I say VR chat should be a fun addition to try out, especially if like one of your Discord friends has played it for a while. They could try and show you what it's like. So it's like a 50-50 chance. You have to hit or miss. Well, with the future of VR chat, I know for a fact that they have this new Udon thing, which is like all physics-based, so we might have more immersive and interactive maps, like flying, you know, rowing your own boat and shit. So, I think it's got potential if they are committed to it.
The future for VR chat, I'm not sure what direction they're gonna take the game into. I'd say so far the update has been pretty good so far with like safety, and I believe they're gonna like redo the trust system with the like green, blue, and like purple and whatnot, because people find it rather useless, and it brings a lot like quite some toxicity into the game from what I've heard. And I mean, Udon has recently came to be introduced, and yeah, that's a cool project.
I honestly think that Udon may end up providing new opportunities for a revitalization in the community itself. It could be for bad or for worse, because the popularity will bring in different kinds of groups of people. But Udon, I feel like, will be able to shape these worlds that we have now, or shape new worlds, and make them even more intricate, even more interesting, even more vast than what we have now. And I just feel like that it will just be perhaps a next step immersion into a social hub.
I hope it will die and Shallow VR takes over. But that's my opinion.
Hopefully more anime girls. I don't think there's quite enough yet. That's my biggest thing, is I need more anime. But I also think they'll add more high quality mirrors. I don't know. I really don't know. I've never really thought about that. With Udon, or whatever the crap is called, coming out, all this cool stuff people are making.
That's difficult to tell, to be honest. Like their newest one that they did, there's also Udon. That's the whole social orange status thing that was really unneeded. But they did add Udon, so it looks like it's improving.
What do I think? Hopefully a slider bar for other people's volume. That would be great. But no.
That would be nice.
That would be freaking nice. But the question was, where do I see it going?
Yeah.
In the next 3 years, they're coming out with the full body like touch suit. I forget what that's, the haptic suit.
Oh yes, I heard that.
I know they have the haptic vest, but Tesla's, I believe, developing the haptic suit, and it was announced to probably be concluded in 3 years. So I think when that becomes a thing, one of two things will happen. Either VR chat is going to be like crazy popular at that point, or it'll get an influx of users, or something will take its place.
Honestly, I don't have the creative input right now to be able to say what I think will be coming into VR chat. This is beyond peak expectations of what I thought I would be able to do 3-4 years ago. I would never have imagined I could actually hang out and talk to people in VR. I was just playing my Minecraft, and then here I am touching people, feeling things. wearing skin. That's not mine. I have no idea what they're gonna come up with next. Can I actually taste things? I don't know.
Overall, there's a lot of problems with VR chat, but people keep on coming back to it to hang out with the friends they've made and checking out new content that's been released. The VR chat, well, the people of VR chat has changed others for better or for worse. It is a strange and interesting place that has potential. I am curious how this concept will evolve over the years, but what made VR chat is the people, creating different avatars, worlds for people to explore and play in, and hang out with each other. It is a unique community platform, and it shall leave with a mixed legacy amongst those who have played it.
I know people say that, but I don't think it really makes them gay. It's just that their brain goes like retard, and like they get used to like an anime chick having a male voice. So the longer they spend the time with that person, they may think like, "Oh my god, I love this dude," but then they usually just like freak out when they see the person's like actual face. They get like disturbed by it. It doesn't make them gay, but it makes them like bi-curious, and then they get hit with regret most of the time.
No, not at all. I think that it depends on the person. I don't think it can make a person gay, obviously, because it's just a game. But some people's minds definitely get like messed with because they see a female avatar with a like male voice, and at first it's weird, but then they get more used to it and use it. But then I'm pretty sure a normal person can still think for themselves and be like, okay, like I find the female body attractive, but not the person behind it. So, but no, I don't think it could make you gay.
In my personal opinion, no, I don't think VR chat will change a person's sexuality from straight to gay or anything like that. My reasoning for that is, at least normally, people should be able to differentiate or at least set boundaries as to what is expected in a virtual world and what is expected of reality. You may like the avatar or how the person may act, but person in reality may act a whole lot different. And if I were to say for the people who have gone down that route, or at least been or tried to be in VR chat relationships that never really went well, or people who have complaints as with the question that you asked me, I think that it might be because they're looking for some sort of relationship, and because they would spend their most of their time in VR chat, they would probably take it just about anyone to find a romantic interest in, or at least try to. So it really just depends on the mindset of the person before they go in, but other than that, no, VR chat does not turn you gay.
It's actually not true. VR chat makes you bisexual, and no, it's not a problem.
Why am I getting accused? Excuse me. I will eat you. It absolutely does turn people gay. Stop pointing at me.
I'm not even gay, man. Why are you pointing at me?
You were talking about the only porn you watch only has guys in it. Yeah, it absolutely turns people gay because people are in female avatars, so therefore it's not gay.
VR chat makes you gay. I personally don't think that's a problem. I mean, it's your sexual preference. I really couldn't care. But I don't think it's like straight up making people go gay.
I see why people say that. I see why. Because most people that come onto a game are, at least most people that come onto this game, I believe, are introverted. And the thing with being an introvert is you don't express yourself openly. How do I put this? You don't really express yourself too openly. That's why a lot of introverts, withdraw. It's a quiet way of expressing yourself. The type of, introverts like to, sometimes dress up like, emo kids growing up. They, edit their style. They don't have to, interact with other people in regards to, expressing themselves. It's a lot easier to be what you want to be on this game or what you really are on the inside, because a lot of people aren't true to themselves. I feel like a lot of, a big problem now is that people aren't themselves because they're not confident or they're scared they'll get judged for who they are. You can be whatever you want on this game. And when it comes to homosexuality, it's easy, it's an outlet for that as well, expressing that. As a homosexual myself, before VR chat, I came into it straight. I came into it thinking I was straight, but it just helps you realize who you are subconsciously. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the back of people's minds, and it comes to the forefront when expressing yourself. So the fact that the fact that you're kind of behind this avatar makes it easier to do so. And personally, I've realized that personalities are just personalities. Especially the fact, are you actually a anime girl that looks like this in real life?
Obviously no, but
You
this
are
is
not.
not an
I've
anime girl.
What is this?
Anime boy.
It's an anime boy. Oh shit!
Yep.
Gosh dang. Yeah, I guess it's best not to assume those things.
Oh, don't worry.
See, that even furthers the point that I don't know what you look like. I can't really interpret anything about you through this avatar. So
Absolutely
other than voice, that's all I got to go off of. So you realize and respect people's personalities and start getting attracted to their personalities a lot more than physicality. So the too long didn't read version, I don't think it makes you gay. I think it kind of helps you if you want to go that direction. There's always that underlying way of being.
Okay.
So I don't think it makes you gay. I think it's just a way to express yourself.
Why is gay a problem? Gay is natural. Personally, I knew about my sexual orientation. I'm very bi. Before I even entered, it's just been a lot easier to find other people and help guide them to understanding who they are as individuals on this game. I don't think it makes people gay. I think it gives people the tools and the social structure and the family type atmosphere they don't get at home in order to feel comfortable in who they really are. So people aren't becoming gay because of the game. They are finding out who they are through the game.
I'm going to leave off with this little warning. The online world can be just as dangerous as the real world. Be wary to whom you interact with. It is like alleyways. If it looks dodgy, just don't go down it. You may not come back.